Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. We've got Boston facing Cleveland. And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, LeBron James, of course, is one of the greatest players to ever play the game, but he remains one of the most team-first superstars you'll find. He said a lot of people misconstrue what it takes to win, just scoring or going out and trying to will it yourself. It's a team game, and you have to rely on your teammates as well. And he remains, with his vision and passing, among the best at spreading the wealth.
Great stuff, D.A. Thanks. And certainly, Chris, a matchup to watch at the center position tonight. What's the key?
Motor, energy. Who's going to be hitting the boards? Who's going to run down the court, get that post position? Who's going to communicate with their defense and let guys know what they should expect?
Yes, big play. And so off the tip, it's Boston. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the floor for Boston. Marcus Morris is out there with Horford. Then there's Brown, and it's Hayward, and it's Irving at the one. Here's Thomas, following the basket by Marcus Morris. Kicks it to James. And he goes right over Jaylen Brown and slams it down.
And the fearlessness, willing to sacrifice his body for a high percentage look.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Now, here's Irving. Picked by Horford. Thomas against Irving. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. On defense, Boston. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
I mean, you're right. A lot of wide open spaces. They were running around undefended all night.
Now Irving, after Isaiah Thomas missed from long range. Here's Horford. It's not going to go for him. Good D by Love. Outside Thomas. Fires from deep. Hands it from downtown. Thomas got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Well, the three-pointer has always been a big part of Thomas's arsenal. I mean, the quick release, able to hit on the move.
Morris a screen. Horford goes in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Horford's got his first points of the game.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
That defense was awful. That was just pathetic. He should not be that wide open right near the bucket.
Now here's James. 11 points for him in that last game against Houston.
And a beautiful two-way game for him. Blocking a couple of shots, giving the opponent something to think about. You can't let him get in the rhythm from out there. He's too good of a shooter.
And a wide open look for Irving. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
Incredible offensive tools. As a defender, you just don't know how to play them.
Left side, Love. LeBron against Brown. Rebound, Boston. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end.
Irving. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop. And for me, one of the more unsung players in the league. Al Horford, a two-time national champion at the University of Florida, one of the most skilled and versatile big men in our league, and he hasn't gotten the attention I believe he deserves.
Nice shot by Thompson.
And the precision lead pass by a highly skilled playmaker.
For Boston, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Picked by Horford. Horford with a screen on Thomas. Pass to Horford. Irving against Thomas. Clock at 6. Brown wide open. He fires. Good on the three-point shot. Brown's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Thomas. Dishes to Thompson. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas.
Heads up, aggressive move. The smaller man on him takes him right to the rim.
Boston trailing. Irving kicks to Horford. At the top of the key, Hayward. And again, it's Kyrie Irving.
Timeout.
Irving's got 6 points.
The game is just getting going, and he's already 3 for 4. That's definitely a good sign.
So timeout called here. The first.